Welcome to What's Happening in Piqua for February of 2014. I'm Jim Oda.
And I'm Cheryl Stiefel-Francis, and we're talking about February.
Oh.
Chilly February, but the month of love.
And cold.
And very cold. Maybe that's why it's the month of love. So
that's
you can
why we
cuddle
need
up with a loved
Valentine's
one.
Day to warm us up. Yes, there we go.
And chocolates.
Yeah,
Another
there we
good
go.
reason for chocolate.
There we go.
On February the 1st, which is a Saturday, it's the Adult Craft at 2 p.m. at the Piqua Public Library in the Lewis Program Room. And they are going to create a winter snow globe style centerpiece using a wine glass, miniature decorations, and a candle. So it sounds very beautiful.
It really is cool.
And it's a free event for adults, and you can take it home with you. So that's really nice at the library.
You take the wine glass, and you turn it upside down, and you put it over, and you put little decorations in here, and then you seal the base, and then the top of it, you put the candle on top of it.
Candle on top.
It's kind of cute.
Oh, that'd be really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to take part in that free craft class for the adults, register by calling this library at 773-6753. On Sunday, February the 2nd is Groundhog's Day. We have a groundhog, you know. I told you about that a couple of months ago, who's buried himself underneath our pole barn, which is not good because it's a cement pole barn floor.
Should we go out and interview him?
I know.
Her?
So I'm hoping that she. It is a female because there are two. Because we were able to see the two babies.
Ah.
And we've only seen 3 of them. So.
Well, it could have been a stay-at-home guy.
Maybe, I doubt it. But so I'm hoping that we can catch this little critter and get rid of him from underneath the pole barn, and maybe it will appear on February the 2nd.
There we go, and that's all this shadows. And
yes, I know, and I'm not sure. I have to read this because I can't remember what happens if it sees its shadow.
Yeah,
you know.
you see if it's sunny, sees its shadow, then it goes back into its burrow, and you have more winter.
6
but
more
if
weeks,
it doesn't,
is it?
if it's cloudy at 7:30 a.m. And he leaves, because he'll leave then. He'll get out there and go, hey, look at that, there's no sun. And that's the way they talk. And then winter will be over
Well,
quickly.
what's so crazy is that I've done a lot of research on groundhogs, and there's no way a groundhog's coming out of its hole in Ohio on February the 2nd.
Well, see,
They
this is
hibernate.
This is in Pennsylvania.
I know, and they grab that thing out of a cage, so.
Well, poor Phil.
No,
he just,
I wonder why they. Where that ever? You probably know the history of
I think it's,
Groundhog's Day and why they
it's
decided February the 2nd.
I don't know all that. I mean, it's that hibernation thing. If animals are coming out of hibernation early or late, that has a lot to do with it.
I don't think it's
but
warm enough.
Why the groundhog and why February 2nd?
Yes, I think
that
it's still
part of
too
it,
early in the winter.
Yeah, I think that folklore, and we just had to kind of put it with something, and there we go.
I know. Well, they can have our groundhog.
There we go.
On Mondays through Friday in February, it's the YMCA Senior Citizens Club. This facility is open from 9 in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Remember, the Senior Center is located at in the Whiting building on the corner of High and Downing.
Yeah.
High and Downing. They have great activities. It's open to anyone 50 years of age or older. They play cards. They have computers that you can go work on. Some people just like to hang out.
They got refreshments.
The yes, they have good food. They play bingo. They take trips and on and on and on. So
you got coffee?
Yes, they do. Probably better than my coffee.
Ah.
And so if you're interested,
anything is better than
my
your coffee, Cheryl. Nothing personal.
I know. I don't make good coffee. And then if you're interested in learning more about the Senior Center and the programs that are happening there, call them at 778-5247 or stop by anytime during the hours of 9 to 3 o'clock. On beginning February the 3rd and running all the way through March the 1st is the Adult Winter Reading Club at the library. You can sign up quickly, and you get a free stadium cup.
Yeah, it's got Piqua Public Library on it, and then an open book, and then on the square.
Oh, that's cool! A stadium cup. Those are expensive too. Nice.
It's not a huge one. I think it's like 16 ounces or something like that.
That's good. Perfect size.
Yep.
The club gives you a chance to win prizes for when you cozy up with a good book during the wintertime.
Right.
It's the opportunity to do that, and it will close on March the 1st. So read as many books as you can and get some fun prizes here at the library, and it's for the adults.
And this is the time, it's nasty outside. You can sit in a chair, sit in front of the fireplace, reading a good book, listening to good music, your wife sitting on your lap. What more can you ask?
That's nice.
That's
good.
We've hit pretty much my ideal there.
Yeah,
you know.
but you need a good snack at the same time. So.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I wouldn't mind a nice glass of wine or maybe hot chocolate.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind the hot chocolate would add to all of
Yes,
this.
and we know that Jim likes pumpkin pie, so a nice little slice of pumpkin pie.
That would be good. That would
yes,
be good.
and that
See?
would complete. It
Yeah.
would just complete it. So that would be nice.
We'll work on this one.
Okay, that's good. Tell Catherine.
Will
On
do.
Tuesday, February the 4th, is the Merry Quilt Makers. They will be having their monthly meeting from 2 to 4 o'clock. They meet in the Lewis Program Room at the library. The quilters meet, they share patterns, quilting tips, and they just have a great time. They
Right.
enjoy
Well,
each other's company.
Right, and the weather we've been having, hey, a nice quilt. Oh, sounds good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Wow.
Especially on my freezing cold feet right now.
Yeah.
So the quilters, welcome anybody to join their club. So feel free to stop by Tuesday, February the 4th for the Merry Quilt Makers at the library from 2 to 4 o'clock. On Tuesday, February the 4th is the Tablet Class 101. Boy, we need this. You're going to learn from 6 until 8:30 at the YWCA how to actually use like your iPad or any other kind of tablet. They call tablet.
Yeah. Or iPads, or just about anything.
I think of them automatically as iPads, but everybody's come out with
Yeah,
these
there's
little
a whole bunch of
gadgets.
different kinds, and so there'll be.
So the instructor is Brad Reed, and he is like the technical guru. He works at the city schools, right?
okay.
So he knows everything there is to know. Spend time learning about how to use the device and actually practice on your own device. So bring your tablet with you.
Particularly if you got
Membership-
one for Christmas.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
way you're seeing her, oh, thanks, kids. What do I do with this now? Yeah,
Yes,
this
my
will be.
husband bought one about 3 years ago, and he still doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So, it's really challenging. Membership is not required for this class at the YWCA, and so it's open to the public. If you'd like to register, stop by the YW or call them at 773-6626. Remember, the YWCA building is handicap accessible, so if you need to learn how to use that tablet, make sure that you register for this class. It's free, and I think it's free.
It is,
And
absolutely.
you're going to learn a lot. You're going to be able to actually use that device. Or maybe you already know how to use it, but not to its full extent.
Right. There's all those little extra apps, and you're going, I don't know how to use those.
Mm-hmm.
On February 4th, the Racial Justice Reading Circle, same day in the evening, 7 p.m., facilitated by Linda Grimes at the YWCA. The book they're going to be discussing is The Known World by Edward Jones. The setting is in Virginia, where Henry Townsend is a black farmer, a bootmaker, and a former slave. He becomes proprietor of his own plantation, as well as his own slaves.
Okay.
So when he dies, his widow becomes so grief-stricken that things fall apart on the plantation. And Jones' novel ranges back between the past and the future and backing into the present and so forth. And it weaves together the lives of freed blacks, enslaved blacks, whites, Indians. Yeah, so it's an
Sounds like a
interesting
good book.
story. Yes, it does. It really is. And books and the audios are available at the YW for free checkout. Membership is not required for this meeting. Want more information? Call 773-6626. Tuesday, February 4th and the 18th, the adult exploration hikes start at 9 o'clock in the morning. So bundle up. It's interesting. We get a lot of material from the parks on their various walks. And now they're always say, make sure you dress for the weather.
It's been a harsh winter.
Because they don't cancel because it's cold unless it's just terribly, terribly, terribly. So dress for the weather. Do it in layers.
Yes.
Don't just put on one coat over a t-shirt. No,
Right.
just have several layers and you'll be much better. So the Adult Exploration Heights, Maple Ridge, on State Route 185 west of Stillwater Prairie Reserve, Covington. Join a park naturalist, and they're head out to discover the birds and the trees at the reserve. And so again, in the winter, we've talked about this before, you do it in different seasons and you see different things.
That's right.
Things look different. So great opportunity to get out there and learn. Walks that last about 2 hours, not strenuous or fast-paced, because you're looking at what you're seeing, not trying to get through there in a hurry. So stay warm. Remember to layer up. Want more information, call 335-6273. On Tuesday, February 4th and the 18th, Piqua City Commission meetings, 7:30 at the Commission Chambers in the Municipal Government Complex. Meetings, of course, are open to the public. Facilities handicapped access, but if it's cold and you don't want to get out of your nice warm you got a blanket over you and think, I don't want to go to the city commission meeting, but I want to know what's going on. Turn on to channel TV 5.
Yes.
It's live, and you can watch what's going on at your city commission meetings. And they're rebroadcast Wednesday at noon, and the schedule that's on channel 5 will tell you about additional broadcast
Yes,
times.
and I was driving down the street today, and boy, the streets have really been hit hard from this weather.
It's
and
tough.
there are so many holes in the streets, and I just feel for the city trying to
We have
come
one.
springtime.
When we're coming to work, you make a right, and there's a whole series of potholes, and the city patched them,
And now
they're back again. And and it has been so cold, and the snow, and you can't patch in there. So it's tough for the city. So next time you hit a pothole, if you're going to say some less than positive words, say it to the street and to the weather, not to the city, because they're doing the best they can. Because you just can't fill these things when it's below zero, and they're just popping up. And when they do fix them, they don't. It
The
just
weather
goes
gets
right
bad
back,
again,
and they
and-
just go right back. So it's going to take this spring really to come through there.
And we'll have a lot of work and a lot of expense.
Yeah. On Tuesday, February 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th, in other words, every Tuesday in February.
Okay.
Story time for ages 3+ here at the library at 7 o'clock. Stories, music, crafts, puppet shows. I like the puppet shows, little puppets,
Yes.
And so register now by calling 773-6753 or stop in the children's department to register up. But there's no fee or anything. We just have that way we know how many are coming, and for things that we need to put together,
Yes.
just need numbers.
That's good, and I want to promote a wonderful project, and I know that the Piqua Library is a part of this as well, is a reading or a book program for children in Miami County.
the
So yes,
Imagination
Imagination Library. And it's part of the Dolly Parton Foundation, and all of Miami County residents are eligible to take part in the project. If you have a child between the ages of birth and 5 years of age, you can fill out a form, and a book will be mailed to that child every month until they reach the age of 5.
Right.
Fabulous program, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
And so it's out throughout Miami County, and I know that the form to register your child is online through the Troy Miami County Public Library.
You can come
we
to
do
any
that?
library in Miami County,
Great.
and they'll help you sign up, and you can sign up online. Just go to the Imagination Library, and they'll take you through to the but if you're going, I couldn't find out, or why, or didn't want me to call in the library, any place in Miami County, and we'll help you sign up for that. The only two really strong restrictions are: one, age. It has to be that 0 through 5, and you have to live within Miami County. And that's where the child lives.
Right.
Wherever the child, their major residence, or if they're here for an extended period of time or whatever, but it has to be within Miami County.
And you don't
That's
have
it.
to
That's
select
the
the
only thing.
books. They've already selected the books. The perfect book is going to arrive every month for that child for their age group.
It's a great program.
Yeah, they'll have their own little library by the age of 5. Isn't that just great?
Absolutely.
I love
Absolutely.
this project, and it's free, so pass the word along. I'm glad the libraries are all joining together and promoting this.
Yes, absolutely.
exciting.
So throughout our entire county.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Wednesday, February 5th, 12th, and 19th, the library crochet class in the Lewis program room. Learn the basics of crochet. I don't know how to crochet. I don't know how to knit either.
I don't either.
Or sew.
I used to.
I can sew buttons.
Okay, that's really challenging
If there's really
for
something
me,
what people want,
even.
I can sew a button. I don't do it. Catherine does it much better than I do, but I can do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, crocheting, I really don't have no clue.
I used to know.
But the supply list will be provided, sign up. So hey, if you're interested in doing this and kind of working with other people on Wednesdays in February,
That's good.
just come on in, 2 to 4.
That's good.
right.
I got hooked up on the Pinterest site.
Oh,
So for a short period of time, I was like really addicted to Pinterest. Now, it's kind of, I've lost interest.
that's one of
in-
those sites that, it has, you're interested in an area, you can go
Yeah,
in
it's like
contact with
crafts
other
and-
people that are interested in that.
And you scroll down the page, there's all these little pictures, and there was a picture of a lady knitting, and I think the knitting needles were about that fat.
Big.
I know, and I thought,
Wow.
I didn't know that knitting needles were that wide, but must be for, different types of items that you make. Whenever I would knit, it would just be in a straight line. I didn't know how to knit a scarf
So
or
you had
knit a sweater
so
or
you had
knit a hat.
Long and narrow.
I just had long and narrow.
There we go. Well, there's a lot
That
of.
was about my interest.
I'm not sure what you do with long and narrow, but still.
Nothing.
There we go.
On Wednesdays during the month of February, really every Wednesday, remember the Joy Club meets at the Salvation Army. It is for the senior citizens of our community. And their meetings, just to remind you, are February 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th. Every Wednesday, they meet from 9:30 until 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the Salvation Army. Each week, they either have a speaker or some sort of entertainment. They have maybe a trip or a party. They play games. They work on a service project. They have a delicious lunch that they serve. And there's a really nominal fee for their lunch. It's only $3. So if you want to stay and have lunch, it's $3.
Hand cooked.
Oh,
I
yes.
mean, you know,
Homemade
homemade. Back in the kitchen, the ladies, do
Yes,
superb food. Great food. Love their food.
And programs begin at 1 o'clock for their senior citizens group. The February 5th program is going to actually take place at 10 o'clock, and that is the K-9 demonstration by the Miami County Sheriff's Department. Then on February 12th is a Valentine's Day special, and the Lamppost 4 Barbershop Quartet is going to serenade
They do a lot
them.
of fun.
So that'll be fun. Mark that on your calendar, February the 5th February the 12th. Then on February the 19th, they're going to have organ music and a sing-along with Mark Grau. That'll be fun for them.
Yes.
And on February the 26th, Exact Care with April Heather. And they're also going to enjoy some bingo after her program. So I'm not sure what Exact Care is, but it's probably something to do with Medicare and Medicaid and all the new health regulations. For more information, you can call Jeannie at the Salvation Army, 773-7563, to learn more about the Joy Club.
And they put a little reminder here, just so you know, with snow and cold and everything. Not that it ever would get snow or get cold in February in Ohio, but if the schools are closed, Salvation Army is closed. So it's just straightforward. If the schools come out closed, they're closed.
Okay, good.
So that way, you can kind of, because a lot of institutions don't. I mean, it's like the library. We're not tied to when the schools. In fact, we try, if at all possible, to stay open when the schools are closed, because it gives the kids someplace to go.
Right.
But it's just different ones, different things.
Exactly. So it's good to know about the Salvation Army.
Right. So.
On Wednesdays as well, the Piqua Kiwanis meets from 12 o'clock. They enjoy lunch and also a program. They meet at the Bistro Room, which is located on Commerce Drive, which is just off of High Street, up at the top of the hill. Programs in February include the city manager, Gary Huff, Lynn Morelletti, and Aaron Banks. They're going to be talking about human trafficking. They're from, at least Lynn is from the YWCA here in Piqua. Vectron Energy is going to be program.
There are some fairly high-ranking people from Vectron are going to come and talk about energy needs in the future and where we're going.
That'll be a great program. Yeah. And Scott Myers from the Miami County Parks Districts is going to talk about the improvements of the park system and various events that they have planned.
Yeah, Scott always puts on a great program. And they've just finished their 5-year strategic plan, so there's a lot of stuff that they're looking at in the future. So these
would be good meetings for the Kiwanis Club. So if you're interested in Kiwanis meetings, they are open to the public. For more information, you can call Brian Phillips at 773-1586. On Thursdays during the month of February, the morning story time at the library at 10:30. It's in the children's department in the lower level of the Piqua Public Library. There are 2 sessions that will run simultaneously. The first session, remember these are at 10:30, are for toddlers and infants, birth to 15 months of age. And then the second session, same time, 10:30, different area, is ages 3 and older. So it's nice because it's a little hard to keep those different age groups occupied.
They have different interests. So,
and then the stories are different.
Yeah, you do different crafts, and the puppet shows are different, and all that type of thing. So.
Okay, same time, 10:30, 2 different areas for 2 different age groups: music, crafts, puppet shows, stories, and they just have a great time.
They do.
The library does a wonderful job with these little ones. To
Nice
register,
to see 'em.
please register your child's attendance by calling the library at 773-6753. Then on Thursday nights, one of my favorite, movie nights at the library. 6 o'clock p.m. in the Lewis Program Room on Thursday, February the 6th, is going to be a retired CIA agent tracks down a missing portable nuclear device. It stars Bruce Willis and Helen Mirren. I'm sure that I've seen this before.
Okay.
It is rated PG-13, and it's 116 minutes, and it's an action comedy. Now remember, you can bring your own snacks with you, and it's free, so bring more people with you too. It's always fun to go to a movie with somebody. Okay, on February the 13th, this is the information about the movie. It's an undead Romeo and Juliet
This
tale.
is kind of a zombie thing.
Oh, wow, okay. It's comedy, horror, and romance. It's rated PG-13. It's 98 minutes long. I haven't seen that.
Okay.
On February the 20th is Family Night with an animated story of a race car. That's easy. A race car and his pal head overseas to compete in a World Grand Prix race. Now it's rated G. It's probably a sequel to
Yeah,
it's
I think
probably
I
part
do
two.
believe, yes, you're right, it is a sequel. Yes, indeed.
And it's 106 minutes. And on February the 27th is the 2013 sequel. It's an animated when a hero is recruited by the Anti-Villain League to help deal with a powerful new super criminal that is kidnapping minors. I haven't
And I mean,
seen this.
where would we get our coal, our iron ore if they're kidnapping minors?
Okay. See, I still don't know what movie that would be.
That's a different miner.
Okay.
You know, it's tough when you do a joke and then you have to explain it.
I know, but I'm
it
thinking
means
about
your joke is
movie
really,
titles.
really bad.
Movie titles, he's
Well, we
giving me a tip, and even if that's it,
can't-
I've not heard that
it's an
title
animated,
before.
you
I know
know,
it's an
yeah.
animated movie, but I should know what the title is. PG-13, or it's PG, and
I'll
it's
tell her
98
later.
minutes long. So I have 3 movies I want to go see. I don't have a movie review. I don't
Oh.
think I've seen a movie since we met last. I want to go see Saving Mr. Banks, about the Mary Poppins.
Right? That's supposed to be
I
a
want to go
Disney
see
thing, isn't it?
Hercules with my husband.
Ah,
And I also want to go see Jack Ryan. So 3 movies.
I don't know the last one.
Okay,
What's the last one?
I don't remember. I think it's like Jack, because I'm like, Tim, haven't we seen this Jack Ryan before? There have been many movie stars play Jack Ryan. So I'm trying to figure out if it's,
which one is.
yeah, is this an ongoing movie or is this the same movie that's just been recreated?
No.
I know.
Well, we'll come back and she'll
I'll
have a
give you
movie review for us next
Because you went
month.
to see Hobbit. He went
Yes.
to see Hobbit on New
Went to
Year's
see
Eve.
the
You
little
know, they
Hobbits.
always go see a movie. So he saw Hobbit.
We
I have
like-
not seen Hobbit.
We enjoyed Hobbit.
Okay.
And boy, talk about, the old-fashioned cliffhanger where, the person jumps off the cliff and you don't know what's going to happen. Well, that's
Yeah.
pretty much where they leave it.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
Okay, so you guys are
And I've
looking
read
forward
the,
to the
and
next
they
one.
say, well, I've read the book, I know what's going to go. Well, the problem is that the movie has a lot of stuff the book's done.
Okay.
So if you're a real, Tolkien purist, you're probably going to be very upset because they keep adding things. But on the other hand, it's a different medium. I mean,
that's
so, movies and, it was an enjoyable movie. I mean, I was going, where does this thing about a village on a lake? I don't remember that. But
Okay,
again, it was fun.
good.
It was fun. And Catherine liked it. So, and she's
Okay.
not a big Hobbit person.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. So,
So,
good movie review.
yeah, there we go.
I want to see it. Well, make sure that you go to the library on Thursday evenings for movie night because it's free
Yes.
and fun and great movies. On Thursday, every Thursday during the month of February, story time for ages 3 and up at 7 o'clock. We already talked about the morning program, but now
This
here's
is
an
an evening.
opportunity for little kids. 7 p.m. in the children's department at the library. They're going to enjoy stories, music, crafts, and puppet shows.
It's
And
pretty
you
much
can-
the same program.
Same thing, but evening.
Yeah, just so that, with parents, some can come during the day, some can come in the evening. so.
Yes, register your child's attendance by calling the library at 773-6753.
On Friday, February 7th, the Super Walk Series from Miami County Park, that's the super as in the soup that you eat. It's Owl Prowl.
Oh, I
Prowling
love owls.
owls
I've already told you I
at
love
7 p.m.
owls.
This is at Lost Creek on State Route 41. Explore the woods with Park District naturalists after dark and discover the sounds of the night. Ooh, okay. And learn about the variety of owls that make Ohio their home and are how they've adapted their life to living at night.
Yes.
So they go, I'm assuming they'll also tell you, which bars they go to and which dance halls and that kind of nightlife that they pretty much, can't you just see that owl boogieing down there, Then, after the hike, the participants are invited back to the cabin to warm up by the fire, enjoy a hot cup of homemade soup.
Yes.
All right. again, they say, dress for the weather. That means good solid shoes and gloves and hats to cover your ears and,
Yes.
and scarves if you need them
I
and
know.
all that kind of good stuff.
I saw Jim on the street the other day, and I was walking, and it was so cold, and my face, I only went like a half a block or a block. My face was so cold. I had my hands
like that.
covering me, looking down.
I thought she was embarrassed to see me, because she was kind of doing that, but it was cold. Yeah, I've done that without, shoveling, and the other day, and one of those gusts of cold wind came, and I literally kind of huddled by the building because that
just
wind
lose
was
your
just
breath.
so cold. So, hey, hot cup of soup by the fire, that'll make you
Really
just
warm
feel
up.
right old dandy. On Saturday, February 8th at 2 o'clock here at the library, a Doctor Who event. Maybe we could get the Park District with the Owls and the library with Doctor Who.
That would be good.
See, yeah, that would be good. So, take a look at the exploits of young Matt Smith he's the 11th Doctor. I don't know any.
Okay,
Jim
well,
it's
talks
British.
about this. I know
it's
nothing
British
about
science
Doctor Who.
fiction, and that's been on British television forever. So there's a lot of Who followers, and
Yes.
and as a Who leaves the cast. I mean, the Who is the central guy, Doctor Who.
Okay.
He's a time traveler, and so he morphs into another person.
Okay.
So that, you talk about, I like the 7th Doctor Who better than I did the 9th. And, real Whovians that really like that. So there's going to be crafts and snacks and a general Whovian mayhem.
Okay.
That happens a lot. Wow. So costumes are permitted, but they are optional. You don't.
Do people really come in
Well,
costume?
sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's one Doctor Who that always wore a big scarf that went all the way down.
Oh, wow.
So different Who's wear
How
different
fun.
things. So it is. On Saturday, February 8th and 22nd, Children's Department from 2 to 4, Lego Club. And it's still popular. We still get the kids out there. It's, and we're still looking for, if you have that, all that Lego stuff and the kids haven't played with it in years and years and years and it's sitting in the back of a closet, think about donating it to the library because we can put it to very, very good use.
Jim, what about age group? The majority of the students who participate are the young people. Do
A
you
majority
know?
of them are elementary, but we don't.
Okay. Right.
If there's somebody that's in 7th grade that really wants to
Yes.
do it, then we, and if there's really small ones, because sometimes we get brother and sister or
Right.
brothers or something like that want to come. So
I saw I'm always checking out deals pages online, and there was a big kit available, and it was designed for kids 2 to 5 years of age. And I thought, wow, that's interesting. I wonder how many 2 to 5-year-olds go to the Lego Club at the library.
we usually with somebody else, usually not by themselves, and of course there are the big Legos.
Right.
And we
For
have
the
some of
little
those for the very, very little ones. We have
Right.
those. But most of them are regular Legos. And this is not the kits in the context of, here's the Lego kit and you build the spaceship.
Right.
These are just Legos, and we have people have donated, there'll be like 7 or 8 kits all in this big pile of stuff. And it's amazing what the kids put together.
bet.
It's a battleship with wings.
Oh, cool.
And, so they, and then if you want to, put your name on a little piece of paper and we'll display them for a couple of weeks.
That's good.
So parents and grandparents can come and
Can
see what the
see
kids
the
did.
creation.
All right. On Tuesday, February 11th, March 11th, and April 8th, seniors surf the net. Seniors surf the net. It's
Okay.
easy for people to say.
And when
With
we say net, we mean internet.
Internet, right. This is 11 to 12 in the Lewis Program Room for seniors. Small class
At the
size.
library, right?
Yeah, yes, at the library. And it's going to be these small class size, so you get individual attention. And this is going to create an email account, learn about the popular programs, see what the internet can do for you. On February 11th, Facebook. March 11th, Pinterest. April 8th, Skype.
Good.
So sign up in advance for one of or all 3 of these sessions called the library, 773-6753. So we'll be able to, you've got your internet, you've got different things. What is this Pinterest? Well, we're going to tell you what Pinterest is and how you can use it. And Skype. And, oh, Grandma, we could Skype. And Grandma doesn't know what Skyping is. And we'll tell you how to do it and what equipment you need and how to, connect with your family.
And
so it's really kind of
program for senior citizens.
Yeah,
of the
55 and
community.
over.
Okay.
55 and over. So, I
Great
mean, if
program.
there's a 52-year-old that wants to come in, We rarely turn
Okay.
them away.
Okay, that's good.
So, all right. On Wednesday, February 12th, is morning birding at 9 a.m. at Stillwater Prairie. And they're going to scour the trails with a naturalist to find a variety of feathered friends and even feathered acquaintances. And I will go as far as to say feathered ones you don't like. So it's not just feathered friends.
Okay.
It could be feathered enemies.
Blue jays are not a nice bird.
Yeah, blue jays will dive at you.
Yes, and they'll attack the other birds
Yeah.
too.
So
And you know, I saw a robin in
I
the
work with a
freezing
robin.
cold weather land on the railing of my deck. And I was thinking, that robin is
that part,
lost.
It's lost. It got somewhere.
It's
you
lost.
Know, we had one of our staff members, Robin Hines, had asked. She said, "Was there like a Saint Robin?" I said, I don't know if there's a Saint Robin, but if the church has cardinals, they would have to have at least robins.
Oh, that was good.
You would think.
That was a
Yes.
good one.
So this is going to be literally recording our feathered friends, and then they submit all this to eBird, an online community of birders and conservationists and citizens and so forth, and to see what birds, and so you can see migratory patterns and what birds that used to migrate 30 years ago, but now are staying later, and
Right.
like your little
My
robin friend.
that's right.
There we go. So remember, stay warm, layer up, and have some fun looking at the birds and literally helping creating a database that is very useful.
Yes, it
so
is.
That'll be a lot of fun. This is with the Miami County Parks at Stillwater Prairie, Wednesday, February 12th at 9 a.m. And at the YWCA, there is the free blood pressure and glucose screenings, 10 to 11 on February 12th. So UVMC nurse will be available to do that. It's free. Why not take advantage of it?
Exactly.
All
That's
right.
right. And I wish I knew, because yesterday in the mail I received a postcard from the Premier Health Group, which is Upper Valley Medical Center, and they're going to be at Edison in February, the first part of February, and they're going to have free non-fasting glucose screenings, HDL and LDL finger prick cholesterol checks, and blood pressure screenings to, kind of for Heart Healthy Month. And I wish I could tell you the date, but you can go on, maybe you can go online for the UVMC website
Right.
and find out when they're going to be at Edison, and it's
Or
free of
sometimes
charge.
you can go out
That's
to
nice
Edison.
to be
Edison
able
has
to.
an event
Right,
website as well.
an event
Yeah,
website
so that's
for the
it.
college. So
Yeah,
to get your cholesterol checked for free, that's nice.
Well, now, while you're at the YWCA getting your blood pressure, you
Stay
can...
for their monthly program.
Right.
And the featured speaker is Erin Banks. She's the violence prevention educator from the Northwest Ohio Rescue and Restore Coalition and Rape Crisis of Allen County. Now, she's going to be coming to town. She's a fabulous speaker, and boy, she has a lot of information to share with you. If you can believe this, Toledo, Ohio is ranked number 4th in the nation for this horrific form of violence. Her presentation will focus on violence prevention, especially a form of violence against women and children called modern day slavery. You just think that can't happen here, but it really
But here
is.
is just down the road, and
know.
it impacts us, and particularly on 75, the things that go up and down 75, we probably don't want to know about.
That's right.
But this is going to open
But,
your eyes.
Yeah, this is going to bring awareness and maybe some signs that you can be looking for
Mm-hmm.
in other individuals. The goal is to educate people about recognizing the warning signs of human trafficking, and if you notice these red flags, you will then know who to contact.
Right.
And Lynn Morelletti with the Piqua YWCA, she's the program director, said that the YW, in conjunction with the coalition group from Allen County, and they have a goal of educating individuals in order to prevent the expansion of this horrific abuse.
Yes, absolutely.
The program is free and open to the public, and there is a new lunch that will follow that 11 o'clock program. Their lunch cost is $6, and reservations for the lunch are due by Monday, February the 10th for that Wednesday program, Wednesday, February the 12th program. You can call the YWCA or stop by. Their telephone number is 773-6626, and they're located at 418 North Wayne Street. So a really good program.
Oh, yes. And if you happen to miss the blood pressure, you can come over to the library and get it.
Yes.
Same thing. So
Yes.
that's right there
The library is going to have the nurse come over from 11:30 to 1:30. She'll be at the library, and she will offer the free blood pressure and glucose screenings, and it's a UVMC nurse that provides.
And there's no reason, a lot of places within our community have this service, and there's no reason to, just check it out. Takes, 3 minutes, and really, if everything's fine, hey, then you have, some peace of mind. If it's not, well, maybe it's time to check things out.
That's right. And I'll give you a tip that I read a couple of years ago. Don't always have your blood pressure taken in the same arm.
Right.
If they're always taking it in the right arm, every once in a while take it in the left arm, and you'll be surprised there could be a difference in the readings.
Oh, yes.
Portals to Piqua's Pass will take place the evening of Wednesday, February the 12th. It's 7 o'clock p.m. at the library. They meet in the Lewis Program Room, and it's offered by our own Jim Oda. He knows all about the history of Piqua, and this installment in February is going to examine how the canal changed Piqua. That'd be a fabulous program.
Yeah, we talk about different things that, the canal comes through, and we talk about a transportation route. But because of things that were transported on the canal, we'll get into all that in the program, but windows in houses got bigger. The way houses look changed because of what you could ship on the canal. Different materials that were available. So it's kind of like how that, we changed shopping patterns, building patterns, and so the idea here is not just the building of the canal that came in 1837, but how that canal changed what we did in our community.
Fabulous, fabulous. I want you to give that program to Rotary.
Okay.
Can you do it in 25 minutes? Can you give that program in 25 minutes?
Oh my gosh, she's asking if I can be, short. Sure, but the last time I spoke at Rotary, the meeting went on and I ended up with 7 minutes at the end.
Wow.
It was like, oh my gosh, because I was sitting there going, well, I can throw out that card, and I can throw out that card.
Oh my, that doesn't give me much time. 25 minutes is a good time frame.
Yeah, there we go.
This would be a fabulous program. On Thursday, February the 13th, there's a Sweethearts preschool class at the YWCA. They're going to meet from 9:30 in the morning until 11:30. It's for ages 3 to 5 years of age, and they will get ready for Valentine's Day. They're going to have some fun. Preschoolers will hear special heart stories, and they will make a little craft that they can take home. They're going to also enjoy some seasonal treats. For more information on fees and registration, chocolate, that would be a good thing for Valentine's. You can call the YWCA at 773-6626 or stop by. So they'll give you information on registration and the fees for that little preschool event for Valentine's Day.
On Thursday, February 13th and Thursday, February 27th, the Yarn Circle at the library, 7 to 8. This is going to be, kind of your latest project in crocheting and knitting and needlepoint. Yeah.
I should come over and ask them, what do you make with a needle that's that fat?
Or what do you do with one long
piece? How do I make that into a sweater?
So they're saying all yarn crafters are welcome and share the fellowship of this crocheting hour, get new ideas and maybe share tips from different people. So they usually have a lot of fun. On Friday, February 14th, take that special someone and do something special. It's Valentine's Day.
Yes.
That's nice that it's on Friday there. That all
I know.
Works out all.
Nice weekend.
Yeah. So it's, where did we go? Catherine and I went out on for Valentine's Day one. I think we went to the Old Springs when it was still open.
Oh, wasn't that fabulous place?
And they had this Valentine's Day couple special. As you share, I don't remember what it was exactly. But it sounded nice and something that we both would have enjoyed because usually she goes fish, I go meat, and we don't always. But this was something we could kind of split the difference. And we sat down, and then another couple sat down, and then another couple sat down. And the waitress went to the last person that got there and sold them the very last of that Valentine's Day couple special. And I still remember that.
I know it.
Oh my goodness, I tell you. But no, take something out special. There's always chocolate and and
Catherine and I love chocolate.
Yeah, I tend to be kind of stuck in the mud. It's kind of chocolate, jewelry, poetry.
Oh, that's nice.
Except I haven't really written a poem in a while.
Wow, you write poetry?
It's not good. It's not good. Roses are red, violets are blue kind of poetry that I do.
It's still lovely for a wife to receive a handwritten special note from her husband.
Well, there is one of the chocolate houses in Piqua that we use a lot,
Yes.
without using names here.
I can use their name.
But the you mean Winans?
Yes.
I take, like we'll take some chocolate and I'll have some jewelry and I'll have Penny Moeller put it in the chocolate there, and then
that's nice.
But Penny then will wear it.
Oh my goodness, that's
Well,
so
see,
funny.
Catherine and Penny are
very good
Yeah,
friends.
they've been friends since
Because they grew
sixth
up like
grade.
almost side by side in
yes,
houses.
Yeah, so it's so Penny will
That's
Penny will
so
say,
cute.
"Oh, I like that."
That's so cute.
So you got to watch
nice.
Penny, but so get out there and join, and you say, "Well, I don't have a special someone." Well, then go to a nursing home, go to a school, go to something, and help somebody else out. That's the way it's all about helping somebody else out.
Oh, and
Isn't-
wouldn't it be fun? Jim brings up a good point of school. Wouldn't it be fun to go to the school on Valentine's Day? Those kids have so much fun on Valentine's Day.
Sure. And you realize you'd have to call
Call
in advance. You don't
and say,
just show
what
up.
can I do to help you today?
People showing up at the front door with chocolate.
Not a good thing.
No, but call ahead and say, hey, maybe I can, for one of the classes, I can provide, little pieces of chocolate or something like that.
Or read to them.
Read to them.
or-
Absolutely. There's all sorts of programs out there to help them, and there's a lot of things you can do. So Valentine's Day, be with someone special. Find someone special. Make it a great day. And so Catherine and I always enjoy it. It's always a fun thing.
That's good.
On Friday, February 14th and Monday, February 17th, the Puzzle Power in the Children's Department at the library.
This is new.
Yes, Friday 2 to 3, children ages kindergarten through third grade. And Monday it's 2 to 3 and grades 4 to 6. Be creative as you would like with your own unique puzzle, and we're going to do all sorts of different puzzle crafts and things you do with puzzles. And, we can't tell you everything because it's a secret, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's
They
neat.
do a lot of stuff with puzzles. And
Are they doing this just once a month, or is this
I
a
think
special event?
this is a special event.
Okay.
We're trying to see how it works out. and-
Okay, something to do with puzzles.
Yes. We're also going to be doing here at the library, the Children's Department, comics workshops. School's going to be out Friday and Monday in that February. And so this is, again, one of those kind of things when the kids are out of school. And 2 to 4, 4th through 6th, and 2 to 4, 7 through 12. So we've kind of separated it out.
So 2 to 4 is the time.
It's 4
and
to
then
6.
4
and
to
then-
6th graders.
Yes, and they're going to be in the children's, and then 2 to 4 in the Lewis room.
Is
It's
the
the older
older
ones, yeah. So we're going to
high
do
school
crafts and games and funs with a superhero theme, and what we can do with make their own comic books, and so there's a lot of really neat stuff. You like comics? Come to the library. We got your thing for you.
Great idea.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, on Saturday, February 15th, the African American Genealogical Society is going to be here at the library. We're going to meet in the lobby, and then we'll take you to various places, where material we have. And this is a special session being held in honor of Alex Haley and his contributions to the African American community. And the genealogical group will be there to assist you with your online record search. No pre-registration is needed. Just kind of show up and learn some things, learn some tips on how to do your genealogy. So that'll be fun. On Saturday, February 15th, Sunday the 16th, and Monday the 17th, the Great Backyard Bird Count. Well, remember we talked about this one before. This is another program, and this is a very formalized thing that you do. Everybody around the nation, I guess, does this at the same time. On Saturday the 15th, starting at 10, this will be at Stillwater Prairie. Meet at the bathroom near the parking lot, because that's where you get all the good birds. That's what it says. On Sunday the 16th, starting at 10, Charleston Falls, and they're meeting at the bathroom there too. This is a lot of bathroom meeting here. I don't know. You don't even have to go before, because you're going to start there. And Monday the 17th at 9:30, Charleston Falls. Guess where you're going to meet?
The bathroom.
Bathroom, right.
Okay.
So Miami County Park District naturalists for a winter walk in the woods. They're going to identify and count birds as part of the Great Backyard Bird Count, which is the GBBC.
Yes, and there's a website, and you
Oh,
can
yeah.
go online and really
This is both
look at these
amateur
counts.
and experienced birders, and so the idea is to kind of get, it's impossible to get the professionals and the naturalists and everybody like that out to count these, because there's just so many spaces, but here's a great way to, hey, I like birds, and here you can really be
Right.
doing something. So this is really kind of cool. Bring binoculars and a field guide if you happen to have one
Right.
available. And remember to layer up because it's going to be cold. There we go. So more information, you can do, the GBBC site is birdsource.org/GBBC. So, or just, do BirdSource, and that'll get you there somewhere.
Okay.
So, call the parks for more information, 335-627-3, and, the great backyard bird count will be on.
That's right.
It'd be a lot of fun. And,
It is.
and it'd be amazed. I know Bruckner does a lot of this.
Yes, they do.
And the eagles have been sighted
Yes.
and owls have been sighted, and it really can be pretty cool.
It is. It
So-
really is, and it's a great resource to use too, because if you want, I'm a real birder. I love birds, and if you want to know if the bluebirds have arrived yet, or the purple martins have been seen, you can call the Bruckner Nature Center, and they pretty much know whether or not it's time to put out those bird boxes.
Right, absolutely.
On Sunday, February the 16th is the Dog Social. It's the Valentine Dog Lover Social from 1 until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It will be at Charleston Falls Preserve, which is located on Ross Road, just off of 202 in Tip City. If your dog is nice and plays well with others, then you can take part. If not, please stay at home.
And no Valentine Day frolicking.
That's right, because they tell you last week was Valentine's Day for adults, and this is going to be the opportunity for the dogs. Give your pooch a wonderful heart-shaped dog treat that will be found along the trail for each dog. Stay warm and make sure that you bundle up. Like Jim says, dress in layers, and so many of these dogs have little coats that they wear. So
I know, and they're and keep in mind if you're coming with this and your dog has a little coat. Think conservative. Don't embarrass your dog in front of the other dogs with a little coat that has spring flowers on
That's
or
right.
outrageous colors. They have feelings too.
I have a good friend who has a big, huge Doberman. She actually has 2 of them. They're vicious-looking dogs. And one of them gets so cold that she actually has a coat for this dog. And it's so funny to see. I mean, it's a cool-looking coat, though. But it's funny to see a Doberman wearing a coat. And the dog loves it because the dog is not trying to get that coat off of him.
He wants to stay warm.
But yeah, it does keep him
'cause
warm.
they're-
But
well, they're
it's
short
funny.
hairs and they don't,
it's funny to see a Doberman in a coat. They tell you to please clean up after your pet. And if you need more information or to register, call the Miami County Park District 335-6273. So it's the Dog Social.
Yes.
On Monday, February the 17th is President's Day. Remember that the city offices and local schools will be closed on February the 17th. The library will be open.
Yes, library will be open. Now, if, like on Valentine's Day, we say, if you don't have a special person there, go find one. If you don't have a special president, go read about one. I mean, go to come to the library. We got lots of biographies of president. Choose one and read about
That's
a president.
Good idea.
Find out something about and find a new best president.
Right.
Mine's Benjamin Harrison.
Oh, that's right, because that's why he named his dog Benji.
That's right. So Benjamin Harrison is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Also like Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
Thomas Jefferson, but keep in mind that I really like that president, but they all have their dark sides, if you will, and they're human too.
That's right. We all are. We're
Yeah.
not perfect people, and
No.
our presidents aren't going to be perfect.
No, but find out something more about a president.
That's good. Good
All right.
idea. Thank you. On Tuesday, February the 18th is the Miami County Historical and Genealogical Society meeting at 6 o'clock p.m. It will be held at the J. Scott Garbury Museum. And this is located at the Upper Valley Willowbrook Environmental Education Center. Now, this is just off of Looney Road, kind of behind Home Depot and Goodwill. There's a nice
right
sign at the
behind it.
road,
Yeah,
but you
it's right behind
cannot
that.
see the building from the road. You
Yeah.
have to take the trail back,
Right.
drive back there. The program will include a tour and a presentation by Jim Metz. He's the environmental occupations instructor at the school. The program is free and open to the public. For more information, you can contact Stephanie at 307-7142.
And keep in mind, there's a really nice museum back there. That a lot
unbelievable.
of people that have not been there, haven't seen it. They've got the Garbury collection, and he collected just about anything that he could collect. And so there's
And it's
some
huge.
really unique material out there. So
Our Rotary Club met there just a couple of weeks
Weeks
ago,
ago, so-
and someone said, "Oh, this would be well, I don't watch the show, the Hand Pickers, or
Oh, yeah.
you know what that show's called? Pickers.
Roadshow, American. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go
you
around
know what
and
show I'm
go to
talking
old
about.
barns and
Something
pick
Pickers.
stuff. Yeah. Maybe
They
it
would
is
be in
American
seventh
Pickers.
heaven at that museum.
But they couldn't get anything.
They could not take anything, but
No.
that's how fabulous this
It
place
really-
is.
it's
and
a lot of fun.
huge. And the collection is amazing. So if you've never been out there, you might want to attend their
it's
meeting.
a good fun time to do
6
that.
o'clock on February the 18th. Puppets in Love will be at the Children's Library on the same evening, Tuesday, February the 18th at 7 o'clock p.m. It's a presentation for preschoolers and their families. Now, how much trouble and how much fun can result from Valentine's Day being combined with puppets from the Children's Library?
Yeah, sometimes these
It
puppets
might
they
be
get
a
very
lot.
confused. Many of the puppets here at the library, it's Valentine's Day. Oh, so that's where you shoot off fireworks. No, that's where you give off presents. Well, that could be. Was that when the new year begins? No. So some of our puppets, they get confused, and they need your help to kind of straighten them out.
That'd be good. Now,
So-
tickets for the program are free, and they will be available beginning Monday, February the 10th for children and their families. So space is limited, so you need a ticket. So
Yeah,
don't
right.
wait too long.
Right.
Come to the library and pick up a ticket for your little preschooler to enjoy that Valentine puppet show
Right.
at the library. On Thursday, February the 20th is the book discussion beginning at 10:15 in the morning in the Founders Room on the second floor of the Piqua Public Library. This month's book is Year of Wonders by Geraldine Brooks. Now, it's inspired by a true story. And when an infected bolt of cloth carries plague from London to an isolated village, a housemaid named Anne Frith emerges as an unlikely heroine and healer. Interesting. Through Anna's eyes, we will follow the story of the fateful year of 1666. Sounds like a good book.
It is. It really is, and it's kind of one of those things that you think, oh, I'm not sure. Hey, that's one of the fun things about going through the book discussion programs. It's like, well, I don't know that I'd read that book. Well, but you do read it for this. And you go, well, I really liked it, or I wasn't really crazy about that. And that's fine. Kind of expands you out a little bit,
Right.
read different things, and
That's good.
have fun with them.
And you can get a copy of the book. To reserve your copy, just contact the library at 773-6753.
On Sunday, February 23rd, the winter tree identification.
Now we're going to identify trees.
Yes, we've been, see, the birds were in the trees. Now we're going to do the things that the birds were in the trees. All right, Charleston Falls Preserve, south of Tip City, Miami County Park District. It's a family program. And, how do you identify a tree that doesn't have any leaves? Well, this goes along with one of the other park things with the bring your dog, because sometimes the trees have different barks.
That was good.
Right.
I think that was a good one.
Big barks, little barks.
Yes.
So, how to identify those trees? And it may just be a leftover dog left from the, that other program. So, find out about trees, how they, why. Sycamore trees. Sycamore trees were important to the early explorers of this area, because you saw a sycamore tree or a series of sycamore trees, you had water. Because sycamore trees grow along
Okay.
water sources. So if you
Okay.
saw like a dozen or 12 of these white trees, well, you had sycamore, and then you had a river, so you couldn't get lost.
That's nice.
There we go. So all these wonderful things are going to be out there. Look at trees without their leaves, kind of a naked tree search is what this is. And the roving naturalists will be on site to answer questions. Stay warm. Remember to layer up. Call the Miami County Parks 335-6273. On Wednesday, February 26th, the State of the City.
Oh,
We
this
get
is
really
sad.
confused here if we're Ohio or we're Piqua, if we're a state or a city.
Okay.
We get that confused, don't we?
That was good.
Well, Gary Huff, the city manager, is going to talk about the state of Ohio. No, he's
State
not.
of the city.
He's going to talk about the city.
Yeah,
Oh, he's not
going to
going to
give
talk
us
about
a
the
report
state.
about the City of Piqua.
Oh, a
And I'm
report.
sure
I get it.
potholes are going to be a part of that.
There we go.
too.
So Gary Huff's going to talk about the 2013 goals and accomplishments and what's going to happen in 2014. So this will be
a lot of street paving, I'll
right.
bet.
Oh yes, on the 4th floor of the Fort Piqua Plaza above the library. Coffee and breakfast pastries will be available, so this starts from 8 to 9. And call the Chamber of Commerce, 773-2764, for reservations so they know how many people are coming.
And I think it's free.
Yeah,
Free and open to the public.
Oh, absolutely. Same day, brown bag discussion at the library at noon. Bring your lunch. Going to discuss Defending Jacob by William Landy. This is a very compelling courtroom drama that, just sucks you right in. The story of a district attorney's son who is accused of killing a classmate. So some really, So come in the library, reserve a copy, read the book, and then come and eat your lunch and discuss.
Wow, that's
So it'll be a lot of fun.
I learned something really interesting, okay?
Okay.
This is pretty fabulous.
Okay.
Especially with the new year and making some resolutions and goals for yourself.
Okay.
I heard that John Grisham, I think I'm
Yeah,
pronouncing his name, he's an author, has published several books. I've seen some of the movies that they've turned in. He was a lawyer, and he really wasn't happy practicing law. So every morning he decided that he would spend 30 minutes writing a page of a book.
Right.
And that's how he became an author.
Sort of a lot.
Just every day he would write a page. He made it a goal, I'm writing one page.
That's how you have to do to write. You literally have to say, I'm going to write X amount.
And he
every day.
decided now he's an accomplished author.
There's several reading circles and some local people that come in and you 50,000 words in a month.
Wow.
So it's,
That's good.
That's the key to writing. Discipline.
Yes. And
'Cause
he had it, and he had a goal, and
suddenly
he made it happen.
Oh yes, he's a world famous author.
Yes.
Speaking of education and writing, the Board of Education on February 27th, the Commission Chambers, Municipal Government Complex, and it's open to the public. Also broadcast live on Piqua TV 5, and then rebroadcast at various other times through the day. So find out what's going on with your schools. A lot of excitement, a lot of new buildings, a lot of new programs. Hey, stay tuned to what's going on in your schools. Well, we've had a lot of stuff, and we've been very chatty today. So that's all the time we have for the February edition of What's Happening in Piqua. I'm Jim Oda.
I'm Cheryl Stiefel-Francis, and remember, all the information that we shared with you is available online on the Piqua Chamber of Commerce website under Community Events.
Right.
So everything that we shared, you can find it online. Telephone numbers, registration information, dates, times. So thank you so much for watching What's Happening in Piqua. And you just have a wonderful February, and happy Thanksgiving. Oh, I said Thanksgiving. Happy Valentine's Day. Wow,
Whoa, she's gonna
I'm
eat
going
big.
back. See, I'm thinking warm. Enjoy.